So welcome. Hello there. This is Ona Indigo here, coming to you live from Oakland, California. And I want to tell you that it's so happy to have you here with me. And the mission of my project, which is called No Accordion, is celebrating diversity by amplifying extraordinary voices to form a deeper understanding and connection that promotes equal opportunity for all, transforming fear, anxiety, anger, and hatred into love, compassion, creativity, and sensitivity. So that's the mission here, and I want to encourage you all to please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you've already subscribed, I would love it if you could share the link to the channel on your socials. That's the best way to stay in touch with me. I go live once a week. Today, got the song going on in the background here. We're going to talk about the song, I'm going to talk about the song Shooting Star. And the theme this month is May, and it's Mother's Day, and the theme is about mothers the whole month for me here on the Friday Night Live. And so I'm going to talk about Shooting Star. Was a song that I wrote on my first album, and that was produced in 2009, 2010 in Ojai, California. And this is the first professional album I've ever recorded. I'm not that great of a singer. I've gotten better over the years, but this was 10 years ago. And basically, it was wonderful because I had a professional helping guide me along and coach me along as I was learning to sing, but my voice is extremely vulnerable. And I was very nervous and very raw, as you'll be able to hear in the lyrics when we do listen to the actual lyrics. Now, this song is dedicated to a mother's love and this unconditional love that only a mother or a parent can feel. It's a different type of love that I had ever felt until I had my first child. Now, I had my first child when I was in my early 20s, and all of a sudden I was experiencing a different kind of love. A love where there was no condition. And yes, I do love my parents, but I felt like I still did put conditions on their love. And I also put conditions on my partner's love or my friend's love. And that way, I really love to have that unconditional love that I'd never felt before. For a child, it's different. When you have your own child, there's a love that you basically forgive them for anything they do. You may tell them off, but you'll always forgive them. It's just a very different type of love. Now, this song, when I listen to it now, it has a lullaby effect. It has a kind of a trip hop, down-tempo, chill, electronica vibe. And it really calms me, even though it's dedicated to, I would say, the biggest tragedy that's, ever happened to me in my life. And I would say it's one of the biggest losses that anybody could have, and that's basically the loss of a child. Because when a child dies, you can lose a parent, you can lose a partner. They're older than you, or they're, similar age. But when a child dies before the parent, it just feels wrong. It feels out of balance. So Kaia, that's my daughter's name. She would be around 25 years old now, and she only lived for 7 months, and it was an odd kind of time as well, because the first 3 months were wonderful. She was healthy. In fact, she was born at home. She was a water birth. It was the most amazing, beautiful birth. But then at 3 months, we woke up in the morning, she was deathly ill, and we had to rush her to the hospital. We lived an hour away. This was in England at the time. And basically, when we got to the hospital, she almost died. They managed to resuscitate her, but we had to then live in the hospital for a couple months, and she suffered so much brain damage, she never really fully recovered. We did bring her home for a few months, but eventually she just died in her sleep. So it was very, very sad to have that happen. And the first years, the amount of grieving was phenomenal. Like I didn't think I could cry as much as I did during that time. It was uncontrollable. I had no choice but to cry. I mean, and I'd meet people down the street and they'd ask me about, how I was doing, and I just couldn't pretend, I just let go. But as years and years and years have passed, I've come to peace and acceptance that it was just a very short little time that this human came onto this earth, not onto this planet. And I feel blessed to have that short little moment that I did have with her. And I remember those first, few months before she got really ill, and what a, peaceful, beautiful, calm, gorgeous child this child was. And the other thing that I did, get at this experience is that I did get to see her, and hold her when she was dead. And being face to face with death is extremely, I thought I was scared of it, but there was a peace to it. Like, she had suffered a lot and she looked peaceful, and death was peaceful. And in the long term, I don't feel afraid of death like I used to, having gone through such a major loss like this. And I also feel that I can handle more or less anything. Like, anything else could come my way, and I should be able to handle it, because this was about as big as it gets. So there's a certain amount that now I can just kind of be more relaxed and chill about a lot of things, because I know that I managed to work through this one. But the song is actually very beautiful. I know that there's a bit of, heaviness, some of the story behind it, but I want to tell you that it's a really lovely song that it's a lullaby. There's a lot of repetitive elements to it. What I thought I would do now is I'm going to show you a little slideshow. I'm going to switch over to the slideshow. And let's see, put Instagram this way. There we go, kind of. Well, Instagram, you always get a weird thing when it comes to my computer. Okay. And I'm just going to read you the lyrics. You came into my life just for a day, shined so brightly, then you went away. Lying on my back on a summer evening, constellations gaze at me. They keep on beckoning. Shooting star, you're my shooting star, and I wonder where you are, little shooting star. Twinkle, 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 little star, how I wonder where you are. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder where you are. Shooting star, you're my shooting star, and I wonder where you are. Little shooting star, you're my shooting star, how near or how far, little shooting star. Twinkle, twinkle, little shooting star, how I wonder, shooting star, where you are. Twinkle, 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 little shooting star, how I wonder, shooting star, where you are. Twinkle, twinkle, little shooting star, How I wonder, shooting star, where you are. So yes, there we go. That's the shooting star point. And then what I wanted to do last, come back here, hello, is I'm going to play the track for you. Let's cue it up here. So you can hear the actual track, Shooting Star. So here we go.
just for a day.
constellations gaze at me. They keep on beckoning. Shooting star, you're my shooting star. So yeah, just wanted to let you know, thank you so much for coming, and we will be joining you again next week at 6 p.m. Friday night. I'll be talking about another song that's related to the mother. So thank you so much for joining me, and have a beautiful evening. See you soon.
Where you are.